Duramax conversion, rework of the right-hand drive, fixing a bunch of issues with it, is the air ride suspension. See, I'm sitting over here on the right-hand side, the normal passenger location for all of us Americans. Say we get the body up in the air and you can see the bottom side of this truck. We should have Randy commentate this process. Randy, come here. So tell us what we got here, Randazzle.
Basically, it's just a Duramax working on the exhaust. It's gonna have custom drive lines in it. It's got a big brake kit already.
Oh yeah, check out this big brake kit, guys. So what we have is 3 brake options. You have the stock brakes, which are 10-inch rotors. Then you go to the Alpha brake system, which is 12-inch rotors. Big upgrade right there. We sell the conversion kit for all the older Humvees as well as H1s that don't have the Alpha system on there. I think it's like 1,700 bucks, right? Yeah. But we have something that's way beyond that. So we developed this system for SOCOM, specifically Navy SEALs. When we made the push from Iraq into Afghanistan, we went from flat level ground to an up armored vehicle that had more and more armament that was added on through the Iraq war. And we went into Afghanistan, all of a sudden we encountered mountainous terrain. And so there were some lives lost, unfortunately, coming down some hills where the brakes overheated, lost control. So NSW came to us and said, hey, we need a solution and we need it now. And that's where we developed our big brake kit. And then shortly after, they started working on phasing out the Humvee, and then we released it to the civilian market, and this is it. Actually, the rotors, I think, are over 12 inches on this guy, but they're also super wide. They're over 1 inch wide, so the rotor itself is just huge.
The biggest difference is these have 6 pistons.
Yep.
The others are a single piston. These have 6 pistons pushing from all sides. It's not just one piston pushing against the outside of a rotor.
Yeah, so you get much more clamping force, much more brake leverage that we talked about earlier, and it's even, consistent, and it's also on a rotor that is literally full floating hat. What that means is it doesn't transfer heat out beyond the rotor. It keeps it centralized so you don't have a warped rotor, and tremendous amount of ventilation through the center of the rotor. So
wider, bigger rotor and stuff for more heat.
Yeah, these are literally like racing application or combat application. So moving on with the truck, we've got the air ride suspension in the back. If you come over here and take a look at this, you can see the airbags are offset over here. And then obviously the shock over here, that's a stock shock. It has the factory built-in limiter inside of it. It limits the downstroke as well as the upstroke on it. So that's what's stopping the airbag to actually from completely disappearing somewhere. Yeah. On all of our Duramax conversions, you get a 4-inch exhaust system. Could be from the downpipe back. It depends on emission standards and what you want to do. California's a little bit different, very stringent, cannot run a 4-inch downpipe. In India, it's different. You can run a 4-inch downpipe, which gets rid of a lot more heat than the factory, which I think is like a 3-inch or so.
3-inch.
Yeah, it's about
3.5, I think.
3.5. So yeah, not a huge difference, but it's still you're not going to probably notice a whole lot of it unless you start kicking a lot of power out of it. We've got selectable 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive built into it. We've got the Stage 4 Predator-built Allison transmission. This is a 6-speed tranny. And we build this up in-house. Actually, Flo builds it up in-house. We use nothing but the finest components that are going into it. Moving up here, obviously Duramax engine. We're running some high performance up pipes over here, which are kind of, in essence, headers. Manifolds are California carb compliant. This is a mocked up radiator for fitment, and that'll come out in a little bit, and then we have another cooling stack that's gonna go in place. If you look down here, you can see the big brake kit installed over here. It's not fully installed. We don't have the brake lines in place just yet, but we're really close to having this thing down once and for all and moving forward on the build. So It's coming along. We're definitely excited about it. We should have some good progress in probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. I know we've got exoskeleton right behind us that we're wrapping up right now. A lot of big builds. So this still has a lot of work to go. So we'll keep you updated on it. Don't expect too much in the way of vlogs coming up here on this build, but we have some other stuff coming up with the exoskeleton as we get that wrapped up. So that wraps up the right-hand drive India truck with the air ride suspension. Super cool truck. We're really proud of it, and hopefully be getting on the road in the next couple weeks. Next episode or two, we'll give you an update on the exoskeleton sitting right behind you. And then also coming up here, hopefully this end of this week, I'm gonna take this guy Jason off-roading behind the camera, teach him how to off-road a truck, specifically an H1. So check back in, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also make sure you follow Randazzle. He really wants to be a superstar. Jason's gonna throw up his Instagram account. We actually have control, don't tell him this, but we have control of his Instagram account. We set it up for him. So we're posting all the funny pictures. It's pretty epic. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Get the camera out of my face. Back up a little, boy. Can I help you?
I heard you got upset.
I did.
You thought that I cut you completely out.
You're the only thing stopping me from being a superstar. You know that. Huh?
You're gonna take over for me.
Not a chance.
What we have here is a conversion.
Yeah.
Go.
Conversion.